Am I the bad person for cutting off my boyfriend after his sister caught me in a tricky situation? Welcome to Chismoso. My name is Tilly Ekienipa, and this thing happened in Medina, but the name, of course, is left out. So let's start with the story. So I posted here a while ago that anyone close or here who would love to come to my place for food because it's in abundance. I got so many people, and I chose one and deleted the post. The guy came over. He said his roommates are bunched, so he can't take it home, so he would love to eat at mine. I agreed and allowed him eat here. This guy finished eating and started engaging me in a conversation. I was washing my dishes, so it was actually helping me. I finished washing everything eventually. He thanked me and all, and then he said he would like to remain friends so that if anything so I gave my number to him. At the door when he was leaving, he was like, was it really all about the food? And me, I was like, what else was he thinking? He said he wanted to be sure. I should have known from that comment, and I should have blocked him, but I just ignored. He started texting me. It was a very friendly text, so I was also texting him back. He didn't keep long, and then I made food with him in mind, so I made it in bunch, and then I told him about it. He said he was at work, so he will come after work. He texted me at 7 p.m. that he was now gotten back from work and he was coming over. In my mind, I felt like, isn't it a bit too late? But then regardless, I allowed him to come over. So like the last time he ate here, this boy finished and was like he was leaving. Won't I give him a hug at least? Because he had built a nice conversation, I didn't think so much about it, and I went in for the hug. No, this guy has squeezed me and he had tapped me. In fact, I tapped him to release me. He didn't even release me fully. His hand was stuck under my hand was stuck under his. Then he started kissing me. He was being forceful, and I was trying so hard. The guy is very tall, so I couldn't knee him. Knee that you use your knee to hit this thing. And in my mind, I was like, no one is here to help me, so I made my mind say I will behave like I am interested in whatever he was doing, so that when he thinks he's gotten me, I can break loose. He fell for it. A minute didn't even reach, and I heard someone knocking at my door. I detached myself immediately. As I was going to open the door, he followed behind. It was my friend. He just squeezed himself between the door and then he left. So this is the part that is making me frustrated. This friend is my boyfriend's sister. Anyone who came in at that time will eventually also think we were doing something. She was like, really? Is this what I'm doing? And I'm telling her, say, it's not what she thinks. Then no, she was like, well, everybody cheats, or everybody that cheats says that. I'm begging her to listen, cause she didn't, and she just left. I called my boyfriend so that she doesn't tell him anything before I can, report myself. But he was on call the whole time and he didn't pick the call. Let's continue. First of all, before I continue, do you think that it makes sense that you go on an anonymous site and then you say that, I have food in my house, so somebody should come and eat, and then you pick a guy to come and eat your food? Why is it that ladies of today, we are so fearless? Like, how can you let a stranger eat your home just because you have food? Now your boyfriend doesn't have friends, or you don't have other family members, or you don't have people on your blog that you can give food to. Charlie, well, let's continue the story. His phone was on another call for like 30 minutes, so he later called me back, and he had to say that he was like, so I'm really cheating on him, man. And me saying it's not true. I explained the whole thing only for him to say, what kind of cock and bull story am I telling you? Cock and bull story. Then somebody came in at the chat and said, are you sure you did not have sex? And then he was like, my boyfriend was like, if someone is forcing me, can't I shout? Now me, I liked it. He didn't even let me say anything again, and he hung up. I called the other guy, begging him that this is what has happened, so unless he comes inside and tell them what he's done. And he said the guy that came to eat the food says, my boyfriend is not lying. I liked it. He can't do anything about it. Wow. I'm very he has fed you. And then the person that says, oh, on the chat, somebody came and said, Charlie, are you sure you guys didn't have sex? And the girl was like, we didn't. Oh, now you are also making me feel like no one believes me. It's because no one actually believes me. That's why I am saying it here. And then this girl came and said, I kept calling my boyfriend and testing him. He finally said I should give him some space to think about it. The other guy there, he didn't even test me again. I didn't see the essence of testing him, so I blocked him and deleted his number. And then the lady says, the guy gave me space and gave me a very long space. It was me constantly testing and calling him. If you call him cry, he will say he's busy. I didn't want to be a nuisance to him, so I just gave up on him and gave him the space he needed. After a whole 2 weeks, he came back to check on me. Eventually I actually got over him. When I had properly gotten over him, that was when his anger had subsided. Am I the bad person to tell him I don't want the relationship anymore? And then Charlie, wait. So the guy got upset that you claim some guy was forcing himself on you. So give me space. And now, because after 2 weeks, when you have gotten over your boy so much that you don't want a relationship back, and somebody came to comment in the post and said, even this story sounds some way. You cook for a stranger, he eats, and then he calls you to cook again, and then you invite him over. Meanwhile, you live alone and you have a BF. Wait, am I the only person who feels like this story is not adding? Now what is going on here? What do you think? Comment below. Do you think that genuinely this girl was possibly going to be a victim of sexual assault, and that people do not get believed whenever they say their story, or you think that she gave herself the opportunity for this thing to happen? And would you invite a stranger to come and just eat in your house and do all of that? What do you think? Comment in the comment section below. And do you think she's a bad person for eventually letting the guy go, for not believing her in the first place? And would you believe your sister who saw something like that over your girlfriend who says that this is what happened? Comment in the comment section below. This has been Chismoso with me, Tilly Ekienipa, and these are real happenings, and this one happened in Medina.